are getting crushed. So I'm not in SaaS land, thankfully,
Okay.
but I think there are these trends, and people follow trends or kind of go counter to trends. I spend a lot of time thinking about public markets. So let's talk about public markets. Big SaaS companies are getting crushed. So the Salesforces of the world, the Monday.coms, the CRMs, as a good example, are getting crushed. Even Palantir, as a software first company, is getting hammered, despite their defense kind of posture, because they are a software provider. So the mood on software companies generally in the public markets is down, and the mood on hardware companies is up. So the Nvidias of the world are doing very well, as are the cloud companies like Amazon. Amazon had a really good week this week, and is bouncing. And I think the realization in the public markets is someone's got to run all this hardware, and our bottleneck collectively is the electrons, the power, and the compute layer. Getting beyond the data center up to the software stack, that's just not where the value is accruing right now, because there's such heavy bottlenecks in the hardware layer. Once we get a few years down the road, and assuming we have enough data center coverage and compute and power, then it will become really interesting to see which software players do well. But in terms of your question about what to build as a hardware project right now, it feels like, at least I'll just give you my take of it, which is it takes a lot of money to build anything meaningful. You can build experiments, you can build something cool as a concept or a pilot, but building something really meaningful is going to take a lot of money. I have a friend who, for example, is building a humanoid robot company. He's had to raise hundreds of millions just to build solid prototypes,
Yeah.
and he's in the humanoid for the shipping business. And so these are big ships that need to get loaded and unloaded with heavy cargo. And even the shipbuilding business needs to have heavy cargo lifted. Humanoid robots can do that. So that's like a niche market you could go into. But even that requires hundreds of millions to build.